What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so we've got some new uniforms to take a look at here. We've got two new uniforms, or three if you include both the Loki uniforms as two separate ones. But yeah, we've got two Loki uniforms and War Machine here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at War Machine first, and then we'll do Loki in the next one. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. So we got War Machine's 3099 look. This uniform was kind of teased with the other 3099s. It was just a later release, if you remember, with the little orange timer ticking down. But now he is available, and it looks like he has a tier 3 as well for War Machine, which I didn't even pay attention to that, but I guess he does. When I was just looking at the skill preview, I saw that there was a tier 3 building up, so I'll have to take a look at that. And this uniform actually looks quite nice. So the uniform is going to give him change the effects of skill resistance armor and ready for the mission, and I believe that's his tier 2 passive and 4-star passive. And then we have critical hit damage increased by 50% and guaranteed crit rate by 30%. And we have a plane flying by like usual, of course, as soon as I start recording. All right, so let's go ahead and see what these changes are going to be. So for his tier 2 passive here, if I can find the right word, is going to give him increased dodge by 30%, increased skill damage 35%, bonus 20%, and decrease all damage received by 30%. So it's actually quite nice. And he's got, oh no, did I say dodge? It's ignore dodge, not increase his dodge. So it's ignore dodge, which is really nice by 30%. So very happy to see that. His 4-star passive here is going to be a group or a kind of support passive here. Applies to all technokinetic allies, which is quite nice because we're starting to get a pretty good catalog of them now. So that's any hero or villain that's tagged as a machine. So if they have the machine tag when you look at their info page, then that means that this will apply to them. And it's not just one of those increased damage dealt to supervillains or increased damage dealt to hero types. It's actually just a flat buff. So we have increased all attack by 40%, all defense by 40%, and a 30% HP buff. So this is actually really nice. If I ever got around to, which I plan to, getting Rescue Transcended and Awakened, War Machine would be a very good partner for her, at least for a support buff. But War Machine himself is looking pretty ridiculous if we start getting into some of these buffs. So he might be a very strong standalone character. So I'm actually quite tempted to get him to tier 3. But let's see what we got here. Our first skill, we don't have anything too special there. Second skill, same thing. Third skill, however, we got some accumulation here. It is damage taken though, which I think he was in an iframe for this skill that I'm going to be proccing on though, so this might not actually be a good thing, that it's damage taken, not damage dealt or dished out. So we get a 13% increase for every 1% damage taken, and that accumulates up to 15% of this max HP. So I think this is a 195% attack boost, which is quite insane. So if we can get this full accumulation going reliably, his damage should be pretty nuts. But again, I'm going to see how easy it is for him to actually get hit. The fourth skill here, we have a V-pad skill that moves around. And then we've got a heal for 15% of his max HP, which is quite nice. And then the fifth skill, we have invincibility for 5 seconds and a 30% increase to all attack. So let's hop into the skill preview here. He doesn't have any, what's it called? All defense down, unless he has it on his tier 3. Is it gonna... it doesn't show me the tier 3 info when I click on it. I haven't looked at all at his tier 3, so I don't even know what kind of buffs it gives him. Alright, but anyway, the first skill here, just some missiles. He blasts him with a beam there. So quite nice. Second skill, we have an iframe. It comes up and then kind of blasts the ground there, and we've got an explosion rippling through the ground. This is actually a really cool looking animation. The third skill, we kind of get this little containment field going on here, and it looks like it's just zapping the enemy. Did he have a guard hit or something? Why has he got that barrier? Or is that just the accumulation? I guess that's just to symbolize the accumulation. And then we have the fourth skill, where he jumps up, shoots some missiles, and then he gets this kind of backpack attachment here, and you can just kind of fly around and just destroy the enemy by the look of it, because that looks like it's going to do some pretty nice damage. And then the 5th skill, we call in some lasers from above. He pulls out a big old cannon, similar to Iron Man's tier 3, and just kind of blast them away. But you can actually cancel that skill, still get the big cannon, still get all the damage. Same thing with the 3rd skill, you can cancel that and you still get that kind of containment field to come down. So I think the best rotation for him is going to be instant cancel 3, then 5, and then go into 4 for your damage proc if you're going to use him with a damage proc. The only issue is 4, as you can see, is an iframe, so I'm not sure how we're going to get that accumulation to actually build up. How long does the accumulation last for? Let's go ahead and see here. So we have 10 seconds. 10 seconds. It's not really going to be enough to carry over to our next rotation, is it? So it's almost like you want to use the 3rd skill like out of rotation. It's like you want to use the 3rd skill, maybe proc on something else, get hits, and then go into 5 and 4. Or if you're going to be using a rage on him, you can actually delay it. So if you have rage, you can just do 3, 5, then just sit here for a second with 5, get hit a couple times, and then go into 4, and your accumulation will have built up. And then you'll have like 3 seconds left or something like that on your rage for your 4th skill to kind of dish out some burst damage there. But yeah, I'm not really sure a great way to actually take advantage of that accumulation because it's one hit. So if you have any ideas or you know a good rotation to actually take advantage of the accumulation, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But all I know is I want to combine the 3, 5 into my rotation so that I can proc on 4, because I kind of thinking he should be damage proc friendly, because you can just go like that, and as you can see that cannon is still shooting. You can pretty much instant cancel 5 and 3 and still get the effects there. So yeah, he seems pretty damage proc friendly because of that. And now his tier 3, let's take a look at that. So we have an iframe, and look at that, he just rains down missiles. The whole freaking battlefield is on fire here. Look at this, that is crazy. Look how many hits we got on that. That tier 3 is actually really nice. I'm quite liking War Machine with his new uniform here, I must admit. So you know what, we're gonna back out here. You can go ahead and buy this uniform because I do really like this uniform. I don't think I have any kind of halfway decent build on War Machine because I haven't used him in like forever. So let's go ahead and see if we can find him here. War Machine should still be just a level 60. I don't think I even... Where is he not down here? He's not down in the W's. Where is he? Did I actually level him up to 70? Oh, I did level him up to 70. Okay. So I guess I had him worked on a little bit, but yeah, nothing there on the gears. Skills. Oh, I leveled up all the skills. Interesting. Okay. Isolate set. Yeah, look at that isolate set. We have Power Angry Hulk, stage 3. And then we do have a 160 proc with Ignore Defense. Interesting. So what does he add here? So we need some skill cooldown, and that's pretty much it actually for the main stats, because our Ignore Defense is max, but that's from the Obelisk. 20% over. What is this giving us? 22%, so we're going to need like 3% when I take that off. Alright, so actually, you know what? We can change this to skill cooldown, and then we can go ahead and try him out and see what kind of rotation, or what kind of rotation is going to work for him. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and hop over to World Boss. I can't take him against Null because I don't have his tier 3. Just says gear. He does have... This is tier 3, right? Yeah, tier 3. Okay, so what does this tier 3 do? 80% chance to penetrate, barrier, shield, damage, immunity, and invincibility. Okay. 100% increase of charge rate to accumulate true damage effect. So that's just going to make his accumulation build up quicker. So you're going to get to the max accumulation a lot faster than you normally would. It's going to double it, it looks like. So it'll get there in half the amount of hits that you would normally need, or half the amount of damage, I guess. But again, we need to get hit for that to actually work. And since we're in iframe for the tier 3, we're in iframe for the 4th skill, we got to do something to get hit. So yeah, let's go over to World Boss Ultimate and just play around with him a little bit and see what we can do. Okay, so here we are over at Proxima, because War Machine is a physical damage dealer, and since War Machine actually has his own, self-buffing leadership at 30% physical attack, you can actually go with 2 supports with him, which is the same as Mystique here, because Mystique has a self-buffing leadership, and she can do double support as well, and we know how strong, well, not double support, triple support, because they both have their own built-in passive with their, 4-star passive for War Machine here, and then Mystique with her... Is that her tier 2 passive that gave that buff to everybody? I can't remember. But either way, they have their own self-buffing buff. So that means that we're basically getting 3 supports here. So yeah, War Machine might be pretty dang crazy with all this extra support. Because Mystique here, when I do load her up with 2 support characters, she can do some insane damage. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. Let's just load in. He's got his own heal. I don't think we're going to need a heal. And hopefully we can figure out something for accumulating. Let's see here. Because we're going to proc if I kind of delay at all. Like if I use the 3rd skill and then do a bit of a delay here. Well, actually there, we got a little bit of accumulation on that one. Ooh. Look at that damage. Yeah, so if I like wait to... come back. It's too far away. I can't do anything. Alright, so the 4th skill is... distance sensitive for actually going off. All right, so wait for her to attack me. Yeah, so you're gonna proc too early trying to build up the accumulation. Wow, that was no damage proc right there. Still did quite a bit of damage. Don't do that. All right, so now we built up some accumulation there. Okay, but not a ton of accumulation. The damage is looking really good even without that accumulation going off, but we are doing double support here, so he's getting a lot of all attack buffs going on here because he has his own support. He's got Mystique, he's got Shuri, he's got his leadership. So yeah, War Machine, he's got it all right here, but we don't have a good way to build up that accumulation. Because like I said, I want to just do like this, kind of sit there for a second, and then go into the 5th skill and then cancel right into the 4th skill. But the problem is the 3rd skill is definitely going to set off your damage proc, so I think you can only do that if you're using a CTP of Rage. Besides that, maybe a way that you can like stagger the rotation or something like that. So do like at the start of the fight, maybe do like the 2nd skill, the 1st skill to like trigger your damage proc. And then when your damage proc is about to be ready, use the 3rd skill, do a little bit of accumulation. So if we go right here, try to proc the obelisk, all right? Let's wait for 2 seconds. Okay. Oh, let's do this. We'll do this. Take a few hits. Then go into the 4th skill. I don't think our damage proc actually went off with the 4th skill there. I don't think we actually had the damage proc for that one, but we still did a lot of damage. War Machine's looking kind of interesting here. Like I said, I'm not sure how to take advantage of that accumulation. So if you know, let me know in the comments below a good way to take advantage of that accumulation, or if you really do kind of just need a CTP of Rage to take advantage of that, so you can kind of delay your attack a little bit to get hit a few times. But besides that, I'm not really seeing an easy way to do it, because even the tier 3 is an iframe, so you can't just like do 3 into tier 3 or something like that and then accumulate while you're using your tier 3 to kind of get some more insane damage ramp. But either way, I'm intrigued enough with War Machine here that I think I'm going to actually tier 3 him. He's looking really nice. And then I can get another physical damage leadership for World Boss Legend, which would be really nice as well, because I've only got 1 of those, and then I've got an all attack leadership. So yeah, he'd be quite nice actually to have as another option for leadership. And who knows, maybe he'll be one of my top damage dealers as well if I can figure out what to do with him, or if I just end up, you know, putting a CTP of Rage on him. But either way, let me know in the comments below, what do you think is going to be the best CTP option for him? Because energy would be really nice if we could figure out how to take advantage of the accumulation without having the actual proc go off, because he's got a lot of chain hits to take advantage of. So that's going to be it for this video. This uniform is looking very strong, so if you're a fan of War Machine, I definitely recommend picking it up, especially if you plan on getting him to tier 3. So yeah, that's going to be it. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.